Davie Kinnaird.
It's me.
Good to meet you, big man.
How you doing?
You've grown the last couple of weeks.
I'm going to adjust now.
I need to sit up straight now a wee bit. I've still got the big head though.
Ah well, what can I say?
Good to see you, Davie. No number on the top. I normally that gives me a trigger. It's the number, just the initials, the DK.
Right, yeah.
Is that your initials,
Yeah, I think so.
How's things?
Alright, yeah. Blood
You've been missing from the walking football for about 3 months.
Maybe more since
What's been
August.
going on?
Just been working in my son's house. He's got a house, him and his partner up in Clarkson, and I've been
Grafting.
seconded to do that basically on a daily basis. So
Yeah.
they moved in just before Christmas, so it's given me a wee bit of time to
To get back into it.
back into things.
Enjoying it. You notice any difference coming back after 3 months away?
Loads of different guys here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
growing, isn't it?
I didn't know half of them when I come back.
Right.
But
Is that your memory, or is that because there's different guys?
a bit of both probably.
Fair enough. How did you get started, David?
Walking football.
Because you played up north, I think, didn't
That's right, played in Stornoway about 7 years ago when I retired, 7 and a bit, 7.5 years now. And I was in the gym and I spoke to the sports officer in there. And
Is this down here?
No,
No.
Stornoway, and I'd seen it on the television and I mentioned it to him, and like most other guys who you would talk about said, aye, oh yeah. And as soon as I turned my back, it was, that'll be right. But a couple of other guys
Why?
approached
Just
me as
because of the
because
name?
of walking football.
Walking football, yeah.
So a couple of other guys approached him and he sort of said, okay, relented, started a wee session. And for a few weeks there was me and one other guy.
Good game then.
Oh yeah, playing what we called basketball, but we had to kick it into the basket.
Okay.
So between us I think we scored maybe a couple of hundred baskets, so it shows you how good we are. But eventually the guys started coming along.
How big was the basket? The size of your goal?
Basketball, a real 10 foot high basketball.
And you kicked it in?
Kicked it in on many occasions.
No, I think you'd be quite good at that.
Well,
'Cause that's where most of your shots go.
Exactly,
It's about
that's
that
where I learned.
height,
That's
yeah.
where I learned how to play walking football. I learned how to score.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So were you living up there at that time?
I'm still living up there. Yeah. I moved up there
It's quite a travel down here to
30
Nethercraig.
years ago. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, yep. It's nearly as bad as having your dinner in London and taking off to Glasgow the following morning. That's another story.
That's another story entirely. So how come the two bases then, Stornoway and Glasgow?
Well, we're from Glasgow,
Right.
obviously, and when Joan and I got together, we used to go up there on holiday.
Yep.
She'd
Relatives up there?
many relatives, aunties and uncles and things. So after a good while, we bought a wee holiday house,
Right.
and that ended up being our home. We moved up there 89, and the kids were 7 and 2, and we brought them up there, and as soon as David was 21 he came back to Glasgow and left us.
Fair enough.
So that's why he's down here, my daughter's still up there.
Right.
But yeah, it's home, but Glasgow's always going to be home.
So you've still got the place up there as well?
Yeah, I've got a wee place down here now.
Excellent. And big changes in the last, well, over a year now, but the last couple of years, because sadly you lost Joan, who I had just started to get to know.
Yeah.
How has walking football helped you during that period?
Immensely. Really? Yeah. It's 2 years next month. It's on our 41st wedding anniversary that happened. But anyway, they say the walking footballers that turned up to the funeral service, I was absolutely overwhelmed. I couldn't believe it. Just
The support?
camaraderie.
Yeah,
It was just amazing. And standing in the wee line outside and everybody coming out of the wee chapel, and guys, goodness, it was just amazing. And I kind of thought, well, if that's what walking football does, it works. And I've seen similar things, but maybe not like that. But I've seen other things, and you can see liaisons and friendships developing all over the thing.
And I think something that never registered with me until one of the boys had a bereavement. His dad passed away, and he went on to our WhatsApp, and I don't know if you'd caught that, and told us that his dad had passed away, and that he was going through it. And what suddenly dawned on me with all the messages of support that he got, both publicly on WhatsApp and privately, was that most of us in our age groups have gone through everything now.
Yeah.
Between us,
Yeah.
we've suffered just about every kind of loss, or illness, and grief that you can imagine.
Yeah.
So there's a fantastic support network in place. And I would suggest that all the people that came along, there would have been a lot more if they thought there hadn't been all that. Because there is that support network that we're providing for each other.
Yeah, it's
Very
quite
important.
Yeah.
So has walking football itself been a big help then, having something to structure your... When you're not doing renovation work?
When I'm not doing renovation work. I mean, that's been good, I've enjoyed that, and it's been a daily thing for the past...
I've seen you with the Ovies on, and you're quite chuffed having the Ovies on.
Every day, bar one, I had overalls on since about the 26th of August or something.
How could you not do a washing? Or?
No, it was so hard.
So you enjoyed it?
Oh yeah. But,
are they getting somebody in to fix it all now?
I don't know, they've chopped me out.
What's your trade?
I'm an electrician.
Right. So you were brought up in Glasgow?
Yep, brought up not very far from here actually. Born in Govan, moved to Priest Hill.
Right.
And then moved from Priest Hill to Moss Park. I knew loads of guys in this street.
Right. Where did you go to school over here?
I went to Moss Park Primary.
Right.
I think I was there a couple of years. Obviously I'd been to Burnbrae Primary, which is now gone and there's houses on that side now. That's over in Priest Hill. I'd been there till I was 10, moved to Moss Park, then went to school in Shawlands till I was old enough to run away because I hated school. Absolutely hated it. But anyway, went to a pre-app course over in Annisland College, went from there to James Kilpatrick in Paisley and served my time.
Served your time as a spark?
As a spark.
Yeah. And where did you work?
Oh, all over the place. Worked down in Roots, we worked Marks and Spencer stores all over the country.
But based in Glasgow? Based in Glasgow?
Based in Paisley, it was a Paisley company.
Right, okay.
And you very seldom worked in Paisley, there was a few times, but it was normally elsewhere around about the country somewhere.
And has football always been a thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Playing and watching?
Both, yeah.
Who's your team?
I know you don't need to know, but they're just down in Edmondson Drive.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What colour do they play in?
I'm not really sure.
I've always got to be careful. Like today, when I've got green bibs with me, I can't put you in the bib team.
I just refuse.
It's shocking.
I know, absolutely. Yeah.
I was going to phone you while we were having this interview. I was going to have my phone here because I know your ringtone would have answered all those questions.
Absolutely.
Season ticket holder?
Season ticket
of course,
holder.
because I've sat in the seat and sat next to you many times
yeah.
as well. Yeah. And what's your thoughts on where the Rangers are now?
Well, obviously they're 6 points ahead of their nearest rival. For many years I worked in Parkhead for many years as a first aider.
Okay.
Yep. I did rub salt in the cuts a few times, but I worked there.
Whereabouts in Parkhead?
Just in Parkhead.
In the stadium?
In the stadium, yeah.
How did you get in there?
Because I was in the British Red Cross.
They shoot them with a big bolt of lightning or something that came down?
But unfortunately St Andrew's Ambulance covered Ibrox and we covered Parkhead.
Right, so it was cross-fertilisation.
That was basically that. We had to.
And you got the Parkhead?
I got the Parkhead.
Did they give you opposite then? They give the Celtic supporters in the Red Cross?
No, the Red Cross never went near Ibrox, it was just St Andrew's Ambulance. Right. Yeah, so.
Are you still a first aider? You never
still,
lose it, I don't suppose.
I still get certificates, but
it's good to know that there's somebody.
They're probably a wee bit.
Going to do me a favour, if anything, touch wood, if anything tragic really does happen, don't come near me with a kiss of life.
Oh
right?
no, definitely
You're
not.
barred,
No,
okay? Non-resuscitation, I'm going to get a sign. Do not resuscitate if it means him kissing me.
Well, it's not a thing now, by the way.
What? Kiss alive?
Kiss alive's not a thing now. The ambulance service and medics, medics would still use it perhaps, but it's not recommended for first aiders or first responders.
You just let them go?
No, you just do CPR.
And
you continue that CPR until you collapse because it doesn't take long until you reach that stage.
Yeah, so you run out.
You run out.
Yeah. You need to be fit for secret. What age are you, Davie?
72.
72.
Yeah.
Still cycling? Got the cycling going on today?
Cycling, yeah.
Yes, and the walking football, keeping fit.
Yeah, do my best.
What do you think of the walking football moving forward? What do you think of the numbers that were? You said there's a lot of new guys here now.
Yeah.
You know, it's a difference.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the standard has changed. There's now an awful lot more guys like the fitter guys, younger guys. They're over 50s, but they're still pretty fit up there. And, you know, they've still got the touch and all the rest of it. It becomes a wee bit more difficult the older you get.
Yeah.
But that's basically because of your own physical fitness rather than anything else. But you know, it's certainly.
So you like the tier system that we're bringing in now that tends to be splitting the sessions up to
I think it's a good idea.
and you can choose what session suits you in particular.
It then gives the person a chance to play at a level that he feels comfortable.
Yes.
Rather than.
Because I had a lad yesterday said to me, Simon, put me in the lower session, the lower intensity session from now on. And he saw my face because he's a cracking player. And he said, I've had a hip operation, so I don't want to risk any problems. So just put me in the lower. So there's something for everybody. Because he wants to go on holiday. The last thing any of us want is to get an injury. So no matter how good or how fit you are, there's a session for you if you don't want to be getting right in about it. Or whatever. So the cycling, has that been a thing as well?
Well, I took it up again just when lockdown started because I was in the house on my own. Things had really just changed to that.
It came at the really wrong time for you, didn't it? The whole lockdown thing.
Yeah. And Tom
because you just lost Joan.
That's right, exactly.
And it came in March of that year.
The funeral was in March and the lockdown was before the end of that month, and it was just But say Tom Murphy. I'd been looking for bike.
He was clearing his garage out.
He was clearing his garage out, and he asked on the Zoom that we were having, does anybody want a bike? And I said, I've been trying to find one, and he actually gave me 2. That got me started back, and then I've since upgraded, if you like. I've got a bit of a more modern road bike. And
rather than Tom Murphy's penny farthing.
No, it was a decent bike. Yeah, it was just dated. That was all.
It was free,
heavy, and it was free.
Let's face it, I know you, Davie. That's the key word here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's one thing we need to do while I've got you here is get an advert out for Black Pudding.
Okay, right.
Yeah, because you're some people don't know your name.
I know.
They just call you the Black Pudding Man or the Stornoway Man.
That's it.
Yeah, because you bring all the supplies down. When you need to get back up, you're not back for a while.
Exactly.
Freezer's empty.
I did nip home to get my booster jab and then come back down within a couple of days, but I never took an order that time.
The last time you took an order, how many Black Puddings did you bring down the road with you?
I can't remember the exact number. It was certainly in excess of 30. There was
and haggis?
Over £250 worth. Yeah, it was. Wow. There was black puddings mainly, haggis, fruit pudding.
Fruit pudding as well?
Yeah,
I must do on that.
So.
You're going to need to take a trailer soon to bring all the supplies down the road.
Yep.
It is good though, the old Stornoway black pudding. You can't whack it. I'll need to get fresh supplies for the freezer.
Yeah, I'm kind of running out a wee bit myself, so I'll need to be thinking about it.
Davie, it's been great having you in. Thanks very much for coming on.
Thank you.
And thanks for the lift to the airport on Wednesday.
It's not a problem.
Right, Davie. See you later.
Cheery bye. See you just lay up there.
Cheerio. Davie.
What's that?
You live that way.
That way?
Okay. Don't need to be clever to play walking football, that's for
There's no sun, you see. I usually go by the sun.
Newspaper.
Bye.
Bye. See you later.
Cheers, Davie.